So how you been doing, man?
Pretty good, man. Working.
Working, doing that shit.
Yeah.
I know you've been working on that cat house, the cat dog house.
Actually,
lately.
I haven't touched it in weeks. But
Oh,
I need to get back to it. But
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's done except for the roof. I need to put the roof on it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But today we've been talking about old school video games. For those who don't
Oh,
know,
yeah. Our whole entire day has been old school
Yeah.
video games, pretty much.
I'm a bit of a collector. You can't see it, but I have like all the old ones from the Atari through the NES and the Super Nintendo and all those. And today we mostly were getting back into the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2.
The PlayStation period just hits.
Yeah.
Specifically, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
They hit the most. The new PS5, new PS5 slaps, I will say, but it's not like it doesn't hit them nostalgia feels, obviously, because it's brand new.
I just haven't really gotten into new video games.
Yeah.
I've just only almost like exclusively
That Ghost of
played retro
Tsushima
games.
though.
That was pretty cool.
That Ghost of Tsushima
Cool.
fucking slaps, dude.
Yeah.
It's a very good game.
Yeah, but the main thing that you've been talking about for the past like 4 years was Ape Escape.
Ape Escape.
And finally just got Ape Escape. And so now we've been playing that a little bit.
Yeah, if
PlayStation 1.
if nobody knows, Ape Escape is like it was like the first game for PlayStation specifically where they use the DualShock controllers, which means the analog sticks, and it's pretty much like a tech demo for the analog sticks, and it was a game, but that shit, it was a full-fledged game. They made like 3 or 4, like I know that they made 3, and then they made a couple more for like the PSP, and then. I know earlier we were talking about they made another one for something else. It was like another whatever. It's a hitter of a game though. We played it. I know I hyped it up. I hyped it up real hard just because it was part of my upbringing,
Hearing
my
about it from you.
nostalgia.
It's pretty cool. I do it brings back nostalgia for me, even though I've never played it, just because it has the just
The
the
aesthetic,
PlayStation 1 graphics, the PlayStation 1 sounds.
Yeah.
And it's so similar to so many other games I played as a kid.
Yeah.
And-
It's that aesthetic, bro.
Yeah, classic look. So,
Yeah.
it's been fun, and it's making me remember other games that I've played as a kid, and I want to go back and play. Just playing that's reminded me of all these other games. Just wanted to say this is the first time we've done just 2 people, and couple things I've already noticed is it's a little bit weird because I don't know where to look. It's like I'm talking to not just you, but I'm looking at you, and
You can talk to me, bro.
yeah, well, it's that. Yeah,
Look in my eyes, bro. No, it's fine.
usually there's like several conversations,
Yeah.
and I'm just like I can do whatever, but
Yeah. Well, obviously, as people can tell, just me and you, but
Yeah.
that's fine. So we're talking about old school video games. We've been playing old school video games all day, looking for old school video games all day.
yeah,
I'm not saying we're like
PlayStation 2,
hardcore video game nerds, but we like the classics, I'll say.
Yeah, for sure. Classics.
You had like a best. So, personally, myself, what is your favorite console that's out there? Like, I know this is not a video game fucking podcast, but like,
Yeah, and I know we don't have like a whole big crew of fans or anything, but anybody who happens to be out there listening,
yeah,
feel free to. I guess this will be on YouTube. Feel free to comment like whatever not only your favorite retro system, but also your favorite old school games.
My favorite, hands down, has got to be the Gamecast.
yeah. You mean the GameCube or the Dreamcast? I said Gamecast, man. I can't afford it.
Gamecast. No, I think, man, mine's a toss-up. Of course, 360's got to be up there. It's either 1 or 2 because it's got Halo, it's got Modern Warfare 2.
360.
But if we're talking about
good.
like, mine's either got to be. Well, if I could do a top 5, probably I would realistically maybe put 360 on number 1 just because of Halo and Call of Duty, and then number 2 has got to be PS2, and then 3 Nintendo 64.
That's my cat.
Meow. 3 Nintendo 64, possibly tied with the PS1 because that was the shit. And then maybe after that, just for the nostalgia feels, maybe the Sega Genesis because that shit hit
Yeah.
with Sonic.
I've played it like once since I got the
Oh,
Genesis.
dude, Sonic. Well, Sonic
Sonic's
was
the only thing
game.
I really remember. There's a lot of other like
yeah, exactly. But it hit
random games.
so hard.
Sega was like the only one, yeah.
Yeah, but that's as far as consoles go. As far as like video game, I don't even know what you would call it, but like, dude,
The lineage.
yeah, but like, if we're talking about that, like consoles versus whatever, like handhelds are up there too.
Oh yeah,
bro.
I got my
because Game Boy Color, bro.
Whenever you edit this, we'll get pictures of this stuff and we'll just like pop it up. Probably shouldn't.
Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance.
Color was I like because of Pokemon. I think Game Boy Color was was
well, they had the Game Boy. I remember I had the Game Boy, and it was fun. But then like that Game Boy Color came out though.
Yeah.
That shit.
That changed.
You felt,
so there's
as you can
see up there, there's the Game Boy. The Game Boy Pocket came out, but that was literally just a mini version. That was the same system. Game Boy Color is there's all these new games came out for it. And
did you ever do any like the DS things or anything like that?
I had a DS for a short time.
I had a DS too, but I was never really like.
I gave it away to my friend's younger brother just because I literally didn't. I feel
like there's games on there that are really good, but at the same time it's like it had such a short. It didn't have a short life at all. I would say because I know there's like the newer 3DS came out and they had like those Pokemon games that were like slapping apparently, and they had Link on there too, which was
it was still the newest handheld video game system.
Yeah.
When I gave it away.
Yeah, I remember I was like super into video games and stuff when I was younger, and then like in handhelds and all that, and I remember like I had a PSP, which was the best handheld I've ever had. PSP was awesome. But then, like, I remember the DS came out, like the DS Lite. I remember buying the DS when I was a kid because I'd, like, saved up my money and playing it. I had, like, 3 games for it, and I was like, not for me.
Yeah.
You know, like, it was good. I saw the potential there, but it wasn't necessarily, like...
it just didn't really get into it.
I didn't hit... It didn't
but
hit
going
those.
back to the top systems, for me, I keep going back and forth between PlayStation 2 and the N64. Nintendo 64, they're two very different systems. But those are definitely like kind of tied for top 1. So
Nintendo
1 and 2.
64, hands down, the number one nostalgia, because we were all, if anybody's listening or around the same age as us, that is what we grew up around. Like when we were like young, when we were young, it was a 64. But then we got a little bit older, like whatever.
Yeah, that's true. And then. They're both very nostalgic for me.
Oh, PS2 was the shit. PS2, I know I said 360. 360's got to be second because PS2 just had so many good titles.
Yeah. You got like Tony Hawk, Grand Theft Auto, pretty much.
Oh my God, I forgot about Grand Theft Auto. San Andreas?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was such a good game. Dude, for the longest time, like PS2 had been like swept aside. Everybody knew like it was old shit, and people were still saying San Andreas was the best video game ever. And it'd been like 10 years since it had come out.
They also, I think Vice City was also for PlayStation 2.
Oh yeah, Vice City.
San Andreas. I played the third one.
GTA 3, which was good, and then it was Vice City. Yeah, GTA 3 was in New York, and then Vice City was in Miami. And then it was San Andreas, which is in California.
Oh, San Andreas. Okay, it was newer. I played Vice City. I don't think I played. I bet I did play it. I just don't remember it.
Well,
I get them mixed
Vice
up
City
sometimes.
essentially, as far as I know, people can correct me or whatever, but Vice City was just a reskin of 3, and it was in Miami. But then you could actually, it wasn't just a reskin. They added a couple features. So like at that point, you could drive. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in 3 you couldn't drive motorcycles, but in Vice City, I know you could drive motorcycles. And then in San Andreas, that was the first one where they allowed people to swim.
I remember Vice City had I think they called it the Dodo. Was that the fixed wing? Like stunt plane.
But
it was really hard to fly.
I don't think you could fly in Vice City. I think there was San Andreas. Sure? No, I'm not sure at all. I could be completely wrong.
It might have been. I might be thinking of San Andreas. To be
The
honest.
Dodo is the like I remember putting in the cheats, and it was like the smallest like
Stunt plane.
like twin Cessna like plane that you could get on there. It was good though. I mean, it was good for like flying from here to there. I remember spawning those in like in the middle of the street and just flying away.
Oh yeah, I know that. So it's saying the Dodo was in San Andreas.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Well, San Andreas had that jetpack too. That was a hitter of a cheat code.
I don't remember that.
No, they had a jetpack. It was awesome. It wasn't like full blown jetpack, but you could go up in the air and then fly around.
Yeah, maybe Vice City. I might be. Maybe I just played both and I get them mixed up.
Yeah. Like I said, Vice City was pretty much just a reskin of GTA 3, but just with like motorcycles.
I don't remember which GTA this was. It was either 3 or Vice City or San Andreas. But because I remember with my friends growing up, we played a lot of GTA 3.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It might have been one of the other ones, but there was a cheat code with low gravity and a cheat code to get a tank. And we learned that if you turn the tank's turret around and go down a runway and just keep shooting the turret with the low gravity, you literally fly.
Yeah. I don't remember which one that one is too, but I remember doing that myself. It might have been 3 and San Andreas.
Maybe.
San Andreas had everything that 3 had, but I remember being like, dude, I used to love those games. I used to play them with my
Grand Theft Auto 3
cousins.
Flying Tank is...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was 3 that we did that, but it might have been the other ones.
What's your favorite PS2 game?
See, that's almost impossible to answer, and strangely enough, I think the answer actually is going to be Champions Return to Arms.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to be honest, it was
Champions of North, and then the second one was Champion. They're both
my
amazing.
favorite game would have to be San Andreas, just off the rip, just because of how good it was. But I think I was real into Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
I loved all the Ratchet and Clank
So like
games.
I said, there's a long list. That's a very, there's a lot of games that are great for that system. But
they have so many games. They have like...
What I liked about Champions, though, was that it's the kind of game that you can play with up to 4 people, and you can literally play it. Yeah, and you can play it all night long. I used to do that at like the sleepovers as a kid. Literally, like 2 to 4. I wouldn't really play it alone, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can.
You
and
could,
it would
for sure.
It would probably entertain you. It's
Yeah.
But I would always play it with at least one other person.
Yeah. And if people don't know, and I'm sure whatever, like Champions is like a top-down dungeon crawler, so it's like it's a fun game.
Yeah, you got magic and bows and arrows.
Yeah, and you go through like
Dark
dungeons.
Cloud was another fun one, but then playing that as an adult, it's very slow. But then there's Tekken Tag Tournament. Tekken 3 was good. The Tekken Tag Tournament was even better.
Mine, if I'm being honest, because the PS2 stretched for a long time.
The Sims. Let me look at mine.
The Sims was good. I remember having that.
Spyro. There's Spider-Man. They had some 007s. Guitar Hero, bro, for PlayStation 2.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So, right now that I'm thinking about it, I have to put San Andreas.
Dragon Ball Z, Final Fantasy, SSX, Tricky.
I think mine... If I had to look at all of them and think about them, San Andreas. Oh my gosh, I just had the second one. Oh, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. That game was so good, bro. Pro Skater 4 was good too, but not as good as 3.
Yeah.
So San Andreas, Pro Skater 3.
2, 3, and Underground were all 3 really good.
Oh my god, Underground. I would just put Tony Hawk series.
Yeah.
Because they had
many.
so
I get
many.
them mixed up.
They had 3, they had 4, they had Underground, they had Underground 2, they had American Wasteland. American Wasteland was probably one of my favorite ones of the Tony Hawk series.
I don't think I've ever played that one.
Oh, it was awesome. You're like literally, I think you're I wouldn't say a hick, but a kid from like Kentucky, and then they go to L.A. and become a fucking famous skateboarder. It's crazy. So, San Andreas, Tony Hawk, Guitar Hero.
Yeah, Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero was huge.
Bro.
And then they had Rock Band.
And then Ratchet and Clank.
Guitar Hero was better.
Ratchet and Clank, bro.
And
then probably... okay, so definitively I've just thought about it. GTA, Tony Hawk, Guitar Hero, Ratchet and Clank, and Sly Cooper. Those were the best games.
Yeah.
Those were the best games for me.
So on this list, I have. Where's the other one? Hawk. Oh, where'd it go? There was another one. So, um, Dragon Quest, I think 8, I guess. I played one of them. That was really popular. I didn't really get huge into it. Tony Hawk's on here as well. God of War, I never really got into
I
it.
never got into that either. I played the other ones though. Not all of them, obviously, but I played the PS3 ones with my buddy, and they're good. They're awesome.
And then Devil May Cry, also didn't really get into it. But we were talking about Burnout 3. You were talking about how great that game was.
Oh my god, Burnout 3
Burnout 3
Takedown?
Takedown, yeah.
Dude, I'm not like huge into racing games, and I've said this multiple times to you, even though I've been balls deep in Forza lately, because it hits hard. Burnout 3 was the shit, bro. You could race, and you could race with your friends. You get on there, and you get like all these super nice cars, and you go in there and just haul ass, and then like you get turbo boost if you wreck somebody, you get a turbo boost, so it makes you faster. Not only that, like if you drive on the opposite side of traffic, you get a boost, so you go faster. If you are like about to hit somebody and you swerve out of the way, it's a near miss, so you go faster.
Yeah,
It's awesome, dude.
just
And
drive
then,
like a pissed off teenager. And
yes, like you drive like a complete asshole, and it rewards you for it. And I just remember, not only that, that they had like different game modes that you could play on there too.
Yeah.
And when you play on there, like they had like a crash game mode where literally they would have like a map set up. You would get your car, go as fast as you could, and hit as many cars as you could, and make as much damage as you could. And the more that you did, the more points you got. That's how you would like beat the level.
Where'd you learn how to drive?
Yeah, dude, that game was the tits.
I bet.
It was
sounds
awesome.
like it. I never played that. There was a few...
I've still got it. It's at my parents' house. I should grab it next time I'm there.
Yeah.
Because we could play it. It's awesome. It's a very good game. I haven't played it in a long time, but just thinking about it, I feel like it would hold up really well, actually.
Yeah. Well, on this list, obviously GTA. They had some Final Fantasy, and then the last one was Shadow of Colossus, which I've never played.
I've never played it either, but I've seen a lot of stuff online. I've seen gameplay of it, obviously. Yeah. And I think the Colossus, what the Colossus word comes from, is like what you do is you go around on this giant map on a horse, and then you have to go into these like temples or dungeons or whatever. But where they are on these colossal giants, and you have to go over to them and climb them to get to the top. And then once you get to the dungeon, you have to defeat it. Could be wrong, but like I've seen gameplay of it. It seems awesome. I don't know if I would necessarily make that the number super high.
It was like,
but it's definitely
on this list
it's definitely
like
it's
literally number 3 on this list.
People like it. Well, they just remastered it and they released it again. I think on the PS4, and you can play on the PS5. So
okay, so segue from there. What would you say are the best N64 games?
The best N64 games. I mean, Ocarina of Time is probably got to be number 1, even though I'm not like super balls deep in it. But I gotta put my respect on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Used to hit so hard. I remember
forgot about that.
I remember my sister used to date this dude, and I used to go over and I would hang out with her and her boyfriend, and he had a little brother and I was a little brother, and we used to play GoldenEye together all the time.
You'd have 6 or 7 kids in one room trying to play, and you could play 4 people at a time, and people would be arguing over who goes next.
Yeah. Well, then
if you played it as an adult, it's such a simple game. There's just empty rooms with like nothing in it. You're just going in around in the empty room, and then you can't aim worth shit.
Well, and then they had that one. But they had that one MFer on their Oddball. Do you know who I'm talking about? It's that dude. It's that from the movies. It's an Asian dude, I believe, and he's got the hat, and he throws the hat. You can be that guy in the game, and it's like, so when you get the golden gun, you shoot somebody one time and it kills them. It's the same thing with him. So you pretty much have a golden gun all the time. It's bullshit. So like everybody's like, you cannot play as him. Like everybody would say that. They'd be like, you're not allowed to play as Oddball, like because he's OP.
Yeah.
But that game was awesome.
That. I played it a little bit, but yeah.
GoldenEye was good.
It was it paved the way. It was a trailblazer game.
Oh yeah, it was for sure. Like first-person shooter multiplayer type thing. It was for sure a trailblazer.
First-person shooters were incredibly
especially
new.
like on console too.
Yeah.
But I think out of all the games, I know we talked about this before. Of all the games that I played the most out of, Donkey Kong 64, bro.
I need to get that. I don't
It
think
was a
I've ever
good
played
game.
it.
It was like, so on the game you were Donkey Kong, and I forget the entire premise, but what happens in the game is you continue to go into the game, and then it's just you, Donkey Kong, and you go and you unlock more characters that are inside of the Donkey Kong universe. So you get like Diddy Kong, Lanky Kong, all of his friends, and you can play as all these different people, and they have different abilities. The thing that was, here's the thing, is that you could go in there, and me and my buddy used to play it all the time, and you could do multiplayer just like GoldenEye, but you're playing as the Donkey Kong people, and you could go around, you could beat the shit out of each other, or every single character had a gun, so you could like go around with a gun and shoot each other like Donkey Kong, like you're like shooting tangerine. Oh, I remember like the oranges were like grenades, but like each character had their own specific thing, so like specific gun they could shoot,
Right.
and it was awesome.
Hmm.
It was like family friendly
Right.
GoldenEye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was awesome.
Orange grenades and shit.
Yeah.
Well, Ocarina of Time, I did. Is it alright? Ocarina of Time, I did get into that, and I played it as a kid, and I play it still. It's probably one of my favorite games, not just for the N64, but for anywhere. So I definitely would say Zelda Ocarina of Time #1 for N64. #2, Mario Kart 64. Yeah,
See,
it's a
I
huge
always
one.
forget about those games because that's. I know I said one of the most I've ever played was Donkey Kong 64,
Yeah.
which is true. It's the most played game that I ever played on there. That's like as a single player,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's the most single player game that I played on there. But I will say I played the dog shit out of Mario Kart, and I played the dog shit out of Smash Bros. And Mario Party. Mario Party used to hit so hard, dude. I remember like whenever I was in college, I had a Nintendo 64 and we had Mario Party. Dude, we played Mario Party like every 2 days. Like me and my boys all the time. Just and Mario Kart all the time.
Mm.
Those games are awesome for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a simple game, and it's just simple and one of the best for sure. But there was a lot of good ones. Then there was
You
I think an
didn't you didn't
overlooked
play
one,
much of the Mario Party?
Mario Party.
The
Mario
first one?
Party I think was great. I didn't play it much as a kid, so it's hard
Yeah.
for me to really get into it now. But
I played so much of Mario 64 too though. I played a lot of it.
Super Mario 60 or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. I forget about that one. I played it a little bit as a kid,
That's
but
one
it
of
is
the
a great.
best. That's
Yeah.
one of the best.
So I'd say Ocarina of Time, then Mario Kart 64. Those are my easy top two. Then after that it might be Super Mario 64 or Majora's Mask is the other N64
That's a pretty
Zelda.
good one.
That's a good one.
That's
yeah.
a good one.
Not as good as Ocarina of Time, but it's good.
No, yeah.
But yeah, Super Mario 64, it's another classic. It's really good. But then there's like Pokemon Stadium, and then an overlooked one is Pokemon Snap. Yeah.
Pokemon
That's a
Snap
good-
might be
Pokemon
one of my
Snap.
favorites,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know about it growing up, but it was good.
Dude, I remember seeing Pokemon Snap as an adolescent, like in the store and going in there and playing it and just being like, oh my god, this game's so fun, and then playing it like with my cousins and stuff and just
Yeah.
being like, game hits. To this day, the game hits, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's very simple, and that's really
That's-
the
yeah.
charm of it is that it's a casual game.
Yeah, you can like take
Like-
your time. You can multitask. It's not like
It's a simple game, but it's not necessarily like super easy either though, because like you got to
Right.
find those very
You gotta learn what
specific
they are, yeah.
things. Yeah.
It's easier for us because we already know where most of it is.
Of
But then we
course.
still forget, and we're like, oh shit, I forgot that.
Yeah. Well, and it's like it's easy because like you don't have to walk around or anything. You just look
Yeah,
around
it's literally-
and take a picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, like you'd be looking in the wrong place. Like if you don't know where something's gonna happen and you don't know where to throw that damn apple, bro.
Yeah. Or pester ball.
I might have to move N64 up on my list, bro, because there's a lot of really good games.
Oh yeah, N64 was another good one.
I'd say
I think one of the most common ones that a lot of people thought back in the day was one of the best ones, the GameCube, which I never really.
I'll put it this way:
I didn't-
I knew a lot of people who had the GameCube and they swore by it. And I
Yeah.
believe them. It's a good game. It's a good game.
It's
console.
good. I just didn't play it much as a
It
kid.
ain't no
so.
PS2, bro.
No, it's definitely not.
It's not no
Not
PS2.
even
But they have
close.
really good games though.
I remember
so.
I got a GameCube for a short time as a kid, and my favorite game was a Ocarina of Time remastered. It was, but it was
Yeah.
pretty much just the same game.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think eventually, after like a couple of years, I ended up going to GameStop or Funko Land or whatever, at the time, selling for $10 or whatever they gave me the GameCube, and I bought the N64 back because I was like, I might as well just have the original because
Yeah.
I prefer it anyway.
Well, I think like
Not the
GameCube's
original,
got like
but you
a
know what I mean.
handful of good games. Like obviously you get like Smash Bros. Melee, then you got
Yeah.
Twilight Princess, and then I know that
Smash Bros. I remember a lot of other kids playing Smash Bros.
Yeah.
On that.
that is like the version of Smash Bros. That people like compete on now.
Yeah, Melee.
Is Melee. So like you got Melee, you got Twilight Princess, and then you got like I'm not even sure, bro. Like I remember Mario Strikers, which I know you said before that you never played, which is like a indoor
Mario
soccer
Sunshine.
thing.
That was
Oh
probably,
shit, you're right. That's
yeah.
a very good one.
That's probably the best.
And we
GameCube
haven't played
game,
Wind
probably.
Waker.
Wind
My
Waker was
God.
good. We half the day have been trying to figure out how to get.
That's pretty
a
much
copy.
we're talking.
I just
about
ordered it
earlier.
online for like just shy of $80.
Yeah, we were
can't
talking.
find it
We were
anywhere.
talking about. Oh yeah, we're talking about vintage games that we've been playing, trying to find today. That's what we were trying to find. Is freaking Wind Waker.
Wind Waker.
It's impossible to find.
I
mean-
remember not being a huge fan of it when I was a kid, but then replaying it and then liking it
Yeah.
because it's different than
The-
most Zeldas, but it is good.
And the thing is
It's just
like
a
the
different
graphic style makes it like last a long time. Like it's not like vintage looking like the Nintendo 64,
Yeah.
and it's not like
Because they're not trying
it's
to make
not-
it look realistic. Or anything.
exactly like Twilight Princess. They tried to make it look
They
realistic.
did a
They
fantastic
did
job.
it for what they had.
Yeah,
Yes,
for their
of
time.
course.
They were like,
But like
Yeah.
Wind Waker is more or less like a timeless classic because it's more like cell shaded.
yeah.
It's not supposed
Which
to
again,
be.
I'm cell shaded. I'm not
polygon.
usually a fan, but I think Wind Waker grew on me.
I'm not a fan of cell shaded either, but I will admit that cell shaded games last for a long time because you just realize it's cell shaded. So like that game
not
could have
supposed to be-
that game could have came out 10 years ago or it could have came out today.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
it doesn't look bad because that's just the style.
It's supposed to look that way.
Yeah.
Right.
It's supposed to look cartoonish.
Right.
I want to play Wind Waker bad. bro.
Yeah. It's a shame we couldn't find it today, but
Yeah.
we'll. It should come in. Actually, like it should arrive a day before
The next
right,
podcast.
the next
yeah.
podcast, at least the way it's scheduled.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, man, we've been talking about some nerdy shit. So let's
oh, yeah, you
move
got it.
forward. R.I.P. Bob Saget. I know we talk about
Oh, yeah.
somebody dying like every single episode, but R.I.P. Bob Saget. Did you see that? That
Yeah,
happened
so
recently?
yeah, we were talking about this. The Betty White, I didn't, expect, but it makes sense. Like we knew it was gonna be sometime soon.
Yeah.
Bob Saget came out of nowhere.
He did. He
I did
definitely
not
did. I mean,
expect that. I had no idea. It was.
hey, I mean, he was fairly young, but
It was
I mean,
right
he
after
wasn't
Betty
like,
White too, so everybody was like, "No."
Yeah.
People are spreading rumors, but
I remember seeing it online. I saw it online. I sent it to my buddy. He's like, "Do you know if that's real? Is that real?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, that's real. Unfortunately, because nobody would believe it that it
Right.
actually happened. It's
the
unfortunate."
first thing I did when I heard it was like, Googled it.
Yeah, I don't think the obituary or anything like that has come out yet. So like nobody knows exactly what had happened. But from what I heard, is they found him and he was like clutching his chest. So like it's almost for certain a heart attack. So.
That's so sad because he was a lot younger than. I mean, he wasn't young, but compared
Right.
to Betty White, you know
he
what I
was
mean.
like 60 something, right? I mean, he
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
wasn't 70 yet. Maybe he was. But
I don't know if this is true, but I did hear somewhere that they didn't find any reason to believe it was drug related or foul play or
That's-
anything like that. So
I
it was
heard
probably
that
just like a
too.
heart attack.
It was just a
or
heart
something.
attack, as far as I know. But I'd
Just
also heard
Unexpected.
tinfoil hat. Also, I'd heard that he just got his booster shot like the day before. I mean, I know that's like funny or whatever, but like, legitimately, that's what I had heard. So we'll
I mean,
see. We'll
he
see
might
what
have been
happens.
allergic to something. You never know.
Well,
'cause
there's
it's
not
still
like there's
new,
not
but-
very many people. There's like 9 people who've died in the U.S. from the shot itself. So like,
I mean, yeah.
that's here or there.
Could be
Neither here
anything.
nor there. But what I will say is that he had it right before he did pass away. So
Yeah. It might have been some kind of chain of effect of something, because I mean,
or
it's still new, so they might have,
previous.
right, like some condition he had that. I mean, I'm not a
Yeah,
doctor, so there's a number of things
and
that could
that's
have
complete.
complicated
And exactly,
something.
and that's just we just all we know is he did have that before. That could be completely out
Right.
of, and more or
Correlation
less
wasn't
probably is.
right.
You know, but it's a fucking tragedy. He was a
Yeah, it
fucking
is.
great
He
comedian,
was
and
great because he was so. I love the contrast between how wholesome he
yeah,
was and then how
same.
raunchy he was.
Yeah,
That's
it was
why I think that's
awesome.
why everybody.
Yeah,
He was like,
he was everybody's dad.
yeah. So what am I trying to say? He was like an American icon for one reason,
Yeah,
and then when he was supposed to fade away, he came back and became an American icon again
yeah,
because of
yeah.
new reasons.
Well, it's like comedians. What's funny is
like,
like
oh shit, he's
comedians,
back.
people that were like in the comedy scene and shit, like they knew he was a raunchy ass motherfucker,
Right.
and then like he was over there being America's dad
Yeah.
on Full House, and then it was like most people didn't know him about his comedy scene. Everybody knew him about being America's dad, and then it was like he started doing specials and shit, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But that, like you just said, that's the charm of Bob Saget,
Yeah.
dude. He was just he knew how to play it, man.
Yeah, he did.
You know, he was a legend, really.
Yeah, he was.
You know, I know everybody says that after somebody passes, but he really he was. He
Yeah.
was America's dad, like the shit.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I saw a recent, not a current event or whatever, but I saw on social media. Did you hear anything about Drake recently?
Oh yeah, you were gonna tell me something about it.
So
No.
you know who Drake is, right? The
Yeah.
guy, the
Yeah.
rapper. He used to play on Degrassi when he was younger or whatever. And so apparently Drake be out here doing his thing with these Instagram models and stuff. So he's not like in a relationship or whatever. So he's out here. He's single man. He just does single man things. And apparently he's with this chick, this undisclosed woman, who was an Instagram model and had sex with her, and was wearing a condom. Did his thing. Went to the bathroom. Took the condom off. Put hot sauce in it as like a spermicide to kill the sperm out. Just because he's trying to be extra careful that nobody like
Oh,
uses his
that's
to
very
get
specific.
impregnated.
Right.
So
Hot sauce? What?
nobody knows why he put hot sauce in there, but hot sauce apparently, I'm not a scientist, but apparently hot sauce kills sperm. And he poured hot sauce in the condom and then like tied it up, threw it into the trash, and then was like back in his room. Apparently, this undisclosed Instagram model went in there, opened up the condom, tried to put it in herself to get impregnated by him to have Drake's
You not notice there was
baby.
hot sauce in it?
Who knows? But she put it in there, and now she got burned or whatever, and now she's trying to sue him. Dude, what a legend!
Oh, yeah, right.
I mean, I blame her. I mean, like,
Well, yeah, like
you know,
how
like
you can't sue. There's no. I mean, you
well,
can
no,
sue, but you
because
can't win.
no, you can't win because it's like, granted, should he have put? I mean, should he have put hot sauce in there? No, but not by
Why
any
not?
moral implications. Like, why not?
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
that's
it's weird,
on,
but it's not a criminal.
It's definitely weird because
It's
like
weird,
he
man.
was just like, I'm gonna kill this. I'm gonna put a spermicide in here, but he didn't have a spermicide, so he just used hot sauce. So he put that in there, and then the chick put it in herself, and then was like, apparently it was terrible, and she was just, I don't know, but that's the most recent like hot topic online is that Drake be dropping hot sauce in condoms, bro. Like, it's like it's funny because it's like it's almost like he knew, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he had to know. Like,
I bet this
this
isn't the
girl's
first.
a little.
This isn't the first time it's
Yeah.
happened. I bet he's walked in on a girl in the bathroom doing that, and so he
Well-
learned his lesson. He's like, okay,
Well,
I'm
it's
gonna
like, well, you know,
find a way.
it's like he wants to get rid of his sperm or whatever because he doesn't want some chick doing that. But it's like you can't necessarily flush that because it'll fuck up the up
Yeah.
the plumbing, you know. So it's like, I guess he didn't have spermicide on hand, but he had hot sauce. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. That's hilarious, bro. Like, of all things, hot sauce.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think of using that.
I mean, it probably would work, I guess. I wouldn't think of using it either.
I could imagine myself being drunk as hell though.
Yeah,
You
and
know, and
doing
being
that
like,
maybe.
"Fuck it, I'll put that in there."
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know.
Oh,
Like I
sorry.
said though, it seems like it was intentional. Like he knew something was about to go down. He's like, if she tries this, she's gonna be in for one.
She's gonna
You know?
regret it.
Yeah. But now she's trying to sue him though. It's like you can't even. How you gonna like? It was in the trash can. How you gonna sue somebody for something that you pulled out, you untied, or not even untied, but you pulled out and you tried to do something like that?
Which inherently was a sketchy thing for her to be doing, anyways.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
It's not sketchy. I feel like that. I don't know if that's illegal or not, but it should be. I mean, but I feel like if he hadn't have put
It's
that in
gotta be
there, then
something.
it's like one of those things. If that wasn't in there, and then she had done that, and then she had got pregnant, how do you prove that it wasn't
Well, yeah.
from? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you wouldn't be. Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, as if you didn't have video evidence of somebody like pulling it out of the trash can, doing their thing, like you'd be like, oh well, he got me pregnant
wouldn't be
because
able to prove that
it ripped or
Right,
whatever. You
yeah.
know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, he's smart for it, I guess, in a sense, but really, like, it's just funny.
Yeah. It's very strange.
So did you see like today? There was that big ass volcano that exploded out in the Pacific, over in the Tonga, which is like a country out in like the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and apparently, I saw today where there's actually like a big ass tsunami warning for all of the entire West Coast. So it's not just for like California; it's for like, well, at least in America. I know that I saw it online. And they were saying it was for like the entire West Coast and Alaska, and apparently there's supposed to be a tsunami coming, which, obviously that's going to be hitting America, Canada, Mexico. I don't.
And on the other side, it's supposed to be hitting Japan apparently, which
I'm
they're
sure it'll
known
hit
for.
Japan.
They're known for some bad ones.
Yeah. I mean, Godspeed, dude, because that's fucking insane. Like, tsunamis are no joke. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know if it's gonna affect Hawaii or not, because like it's so close to Hawaii. Like, if it does affect
dude, I bet it
anywhere,
would. I
if
bet
it
it
does
would.
affect anywhere in America, like that's got to be the worst.
Yeah.
It may not be because I'm not sure how tsunamis work with islands like that.
Yeah, I think Hawaii's probably.
I don't know. There was a tsunami in Japan though, which is a way bigger island, but I don't know if it'll be as severe because it's a smaller island. I don't know. Not a. I don't even know
I'm
what
not
kind of
sure.
scientist that is, but I don't know. I mean, Godspeed to those people though, especially
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, of course, our West Coast, but like the other countries too, like Mexico and stuff, countries that don't have as much infrastructure, like that's gonna be insane. Like, who knows how big it'll be? It may not. It may not be anything. Hopefully, but they put out a warning. It wasn't even like it wasn't even like a watch. It was like there's a warning. Like there's gonna be a tsunami. When they say tsunami, it may, like I said, it may just be like
Yeah, the severity of it, we don't know.
Yeah, the severity of it. There is going to be a tsunami, but we'll see like what happens. And
Well, I'm sure they're watching it, and there's
it,
specialists.
I will say, because that came out like what, not 12 hours ago, but close to that. So at this point, you would think it'd be close. So we haven't seen anything yet. So hopefully it's nothing crazy. But yeah, look that up real quick. But dude, I don't know. If I was in the West Coast right now, you know me, bro. I'm out here. I'm like trying to be Mr. Prepared. I'd be fucking going nuts.
I'd be leaving if I lived in Hawaii
I'd be going to Las Vegas, bro.
Yeah, if I lived in any of the places where it could potentially.
Yeah.
2022 Hunga Tonga eruption and
Hunga Tonga.
and tsunami.
What's your mic?
Sorry. So it occurred. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Oh, it erupted on.
Was it yesterday or
5:30 on today.
today?
That was just several hours ago.
Yeah. I don't know how I don't know how fast tsunamis travel, but I think they're not super fast, but
I have no
they're
idea.
like within a day though for sure. Have to be, right? I mean, it's just water moving. It can't be that slow, but like I said, Godspeed to everybody over there. I mean, not just in the U.S., but like to Mexico and all these other places, because like it's gonna affect so many people. If we're gonna hear about it, it's not gonna be good for certain places. That's for sure.
Okay, so it's saying issued tsunami advisory for Japan coastal areas early Sunday morning.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be like almost 24 hours later. So we don't know yet.
Well, right now it's Sunday morning. Technically, it's early Sunday morning. So,
Yeah.
but I mean that could
Well,
be
for Japan though,
yeah. Oh,
is that it's already Sunday morning for them though, right? Or is it? I don't know. What? Yeah. What day is
yeah.
it? What day is it for them? Because it may be Monday for them already. Low key. Well, they're only 12 hours ahead of us, so it's not Monday yet. So it's already been
Yeah. It's 3:40 p.m. Sunday
Sunday for them.
for them, which I guess makes sense.
Yeah.
Man, this is all very confusing then, because like, what time did the volcano happen? Was it that time for them or that time for us when it happened?
I mean, it just depends on the article, I guess.
Or maybe the advisory is.
The advisory was
whatever.
for us, right? So
No, it was.
So
They're talking about the
Pacific Coast.
advisory for Japan,
Japan.
was issued for.
But that was all in
early
English
Sunday
though, so is that who
Well,
knows?
they said. Yeah. Anyways.
Nobody knows. We'll find out. We'll see exactly what happened, but
Okay, Australia said it recorded a tsunami wave of 1.2 meters, about 4 feet. What?
see, I know that doesn't sound like much, but
Does it get bigger
meters.
over time?
When they
or
say
something?
meters, it doesn't mean like meters from the regular ocean over. That means like height. Does that not? Is that not what that means?
Yeah.
It means like height of water.
I guess.
It means height of water, but for how far though? Is that a mile? Because if it's a mile, that's a fucking insane tsunami.
No, they're talking about. It said feet.
From right, but is that from the regular shoreline or is that
I
from
don't
the
know.
height up? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Because like that's an entirely different thing. If the shoreline comes up 2 feet, that's not a big deal. Or 7 feet,
So
that's
they're
not a
just
big
saying
deal.
there's a tsunami warning for Australia, Japan, Fiji, Samoa,
Them Samoan cookies be hitting though.
and an island named Vanuatu.
Vanuatu.
Waves
I'm assuming
seen
it's
in the
the
U.S.
Pacific.
The eruption was West Coast exceeded 3 and 4 feet in height. According to that.
So you didn't know about all that
No,
going on today? Yeah, that was going on today.
yeah, Alaska, oh man, California, all sorts of places on the West Coast. They're saying, yeah. Well, we'll know more.
Yeah,
I guess
we'll
by
know more.
by the
All I'm
morning
s-
we'll probably be hearing whether or not it was bad or not.
All I'm saying, bro, like I said, hopefully everybody's okay. But I just know my ass would be if I lived in California, my ass would be paranoid, bro. I'd be out there with the fucking blow up raft ready to go.
Yeah. They said there's already been some light flooding. New Zealand on
Have you
alert.
seen the explosion?
No.
It's fucking giant, bro.
We'll put it on the
Yeah.
put it on the video.
It's giant, bro. It looks like if you've ever seen Osmosis Jones, bro, and you see when the zip pops, that's what it fucking looks like, bro. The fucking explosion is ginormous. It's fucking
Did
giant.
they know it was coming and like evacuate?
No,
or did they have?
no. So I don't think that there were people there at that island. It wasn't at that capital. It was like out in the middle of the Pacific. It just blew. It's all it did. It just blew, and then from there on, the after effect is what happened. But I think it was literally in the middle of the Pacific, and it was just like
I feel like we'd have the technology to anticipate a time frame for volcanic eruptions at this point. Or do I just sound ignorant when I say that?
I mean, I would hope that we do, but I don't think that we do though, because it's just more or less like nobody really knows. Because if you knew something like that was gonna blow, don't you think that we would like get some drills and like release pressure? I feel like that would be the most.
I was thinking evacuate, but I guess if that's a possibility,
But
I
I
feel
mean,
like we
I
sound like
guess
a bunch of.
that
I feel
might
like
be
we
that
sound like
might
a couple of idiots.
that might
talking
be
right
like
now.
hella dangerous though. You know, like oh, this thing's got a lot of pressure on it. Let's drill into it. It might just explode itself.
Yeah. I feel like
you know?
evacuations would probably be, and then maybe after it's evacuated, send in some.
Evacuation is
don't
definitely
know.
best action, I will say.
I've never heard of anybody trying to just.
You heard it here first, boys.
It says SOS alert for Tonga. I mean,
Yeah,
makes sense. It's just
Tonga,
Tonga.
Tatanka.
Damage. There we go.
You know what Tatanka is, don't you?
A Tatanka?
Yeah, buffalo.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, it's some Native American name. I'm not entirely sure which tribe that is, but it's definitely
name my son Tatanka.
Tatanka. I think it's I think it might be a Sioux name for buffalo.
Oh dang, yeah.
You see that? Yeah, like I said.
There's lightning strikes hitting like as it's erupting. That looks like
Osmosis Jones zit is what I'm saying, bro. It fucking explodes.
I need to rewatch that movie.
Have you? Oh, dude, I watched it the other.
I saw it as a kid.
I wouldn't say I didn't watch it the other day, but I watched it. I think I watched it when I had COVID.
Holy!
Actually, it's giant. I'm telling you.
I just saw from
space.
From space.
Yeah, from
and
space.
And it's like there's like the atmosphere, and then you just see. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, it's like the zit from Osmosis Jones.
From Al Jazeera, it's showing. Oh yeah, it's showing all sorts of flooding. So it's already happening in some places.
Yeah.
Dang.
There's no way there's not going to be a tsunami.
I never thought about the fact that volcanoes essentially are just the Earth's zits.
Yeah, no, they are. It's just pressure that's building up Earth's zits. But the thing is, like most tsunamis, are they not like earthquakes underneath the ocean floor though?
So well, it's literally just a wave, right? Of like a large scale. But
like the Earth moves a lot.
It can be created from different things.
Yeah,
usually it's earthquakes, but it could
right.
be volcanic eruptions.
I feel like the tsunami would be lesser if it was just, especially if the volcano was above the ocean, or was it below?
Well, technically it originated from below, so maybe I don't know. It's probably the vibrations from the eruption itself was so significant.
I'd say it's because it's an island,
and it's
the island.
The land will eventually, wherever it connects with the ocean, that's where the.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm sure the island was a volcano. I mean, that's how Hawaii is. They're all volcanoes.
I think the volcano is probably the majority of the island. Maybe it's just one big volcano. But yeah, I mean, tsunamis. I think the main three ways tsunamis can be created are earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and your mom doing a cannonball.
Okay, well, yeah, probably so. Yeah, she thick. Have you seen to spur off this a little bit? Have you seen Kanye West's new girlfriend? I know we talked about Kanye West and Kim Kardashian.
Is he having this girl over at his house across the street from his?
No. Oh, apparently he bought that house across the street and they bulldozed it. They bulldozed it.
Oh.
I don't know. They're probably going to build something there. I imagine he's going to build a house.
Giant,
a giant finger.
Yeah,
just fucking
flipping them off.
No, I imagine. I know that they bulldozed it all down, but I imagine he's probably just going to build a house right there. But no, he's got a new girlfriend now. Have you seen the movie with Adam Sandler? It's like a newer one, Uncut Gems.
No,
it's a hitter of a movie, bro. You got to watch it. It's a hitter. I wouldn't say it's not like The Departed level. It's not like that good. Right. It ain't no Titanic, but it's a good movie. It's a good movie to watch. Like I think it's on Netflix. And what it is Adam Sandler is this dude. He lives in New York. I believe it's New York, and he sells he's a jeweler. So he sells like, jewelry. He sells chains. He sells rings, all kinds of shit. And anyway, long story short, or not even long story short, but this girl is in the movie, and she is a baddie. She is his. I wouldn't say. I don't think they're married, but it's his girlfriend or whatever. So fine, bro. So fine. Look her up, dude. She is so bad. But the movie is good though. He's like an avid gambler, and that's like the entire movie is him just gambling his damn life away.
What's it called again?
Uncut Jewels. Or Uncut Gems, rather. Sorry. But it's good. I mean, she's good in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she looks good. But this is new girlfriend. She's like, I don't know if she's necessarily living with him, but she stays with him all the time. She got a little fatty on her, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I saw something the other day. So it's confusing to me because it's like Kanye's like all about all this Christian stuff, but like this chick, and I'm not trying to judge by any means, but she's like a registered like BDSM like worker and actress and model. She's like, dude, if you want to hear about her, just look her up. I forget what's her name. Does it say what her name is?
Julia Fox.
Julia Fox. Just look her up in her fucking catalog. She's like a BDSM worker. And not only that, but like she has so many like artistic things that she's done. Pretty much what I'm saying is she's just as crazy as he is.
Yeah, probably.
No offense, but she's nuts, bro.
Well, that's what he needs, I think. Because, I mean, he's not
Does he need it, though? He needs somebody more stable, but
who is going to deal with him?
A lot of people.
Who's stable person is going to be able to handle?
I mean, you know, whatever. But I don't know. She's got some, just look up her entire discography of the things that she's done, because she was a model before she was an actress. And she has some very, very, very crazy photo shoots and things that she's done.
All right.
So fine. She's a hella fine. But yeah.
Fair enough. Man, there was something I was going to say. I forgot what it was. Oh, you were talking about filming movies. I heard something the other day about how there was a movie being filmed in New York. And usually, whenever you're filming a scene in like a city, you have to get some kind of permit so that the police are aware of it. And so when you're like shooting blanks off and everything, apparently they didn't bother with the permit, and they were filming the robbery of a jewelry store. That's what made me think of it.
Nice.
Without the permit, police weren't aware of it, and NYPD. Apparently, there were calls. People were calling saying, "Hey, yeah, there's this bunch of shooting out in front of this jewelry store." So NPD showed up and actually started returning fire. Police were shooting, and then like some people who was working for filming it was like, whoa. Yeah, I mean that wasn't recent. I heard that was like a few years ago, but
oh really?
Yeah, sorry, I made it sound like this just happened. I just recently heard about it, and I thought it was funny because I don't think anybody was hurt. I guess NPD doesn't. They're not a good shot apparently, but
yeah.
Thankfully.
Well, speaking of recent like police fuckery or funny shit that's going on, I know I showed you.
I know what you're gonna say. Oh my god!
I think it was in California, right? Or it was either
California.
I think it was California, I believe. It was either California or New York. It was one of those two places, but I think it was L.A. And there was the two cops, and they were supposed to be going to a
robbery, right?
To a robbery, and the reason. So they didn't go, and the reason why they didn't go is because they were too busy trying to catch a Snorlax on Pokemon Go. And I saw this earlier today. There's actually a video of them with their body cams, and they're like sitting there talking about it, like, "Oh my god, the guys are gonna be so jealous of my Snorlax." They're like, there's two of them.
Dispatcher over the radio saying there's a robbery in progress.
No, I'm not sure about that, but I know that it's literally partners, and they're sitting there talking like, "Oh, I just got it." And the other one's like, "Shit, this one's really tough." It's like, oh my god, I just got him. And then like the guys are gonna be so jealous. Like literally, there is footage of them saying this. That's awesome. Like, like they got fired,
Yeah.
but that's awesome.
I hope nobody was hurt in the robbery.
Oh no, same, of course. Like, and I'm pretty sure if somebody was, then we would
yeah.
know. We would know.
Hopefully.
So that's what makes it funny. If somebody had been hurt, of course it would be funny.
Well, we're gonna find out tomorrow. There was
Wouldn't
like
be as
mass...
funny.
Yeah, and like we're over here just laughing about it like jackass.
Yeah, yeah. Like if something bad had happened, then it wouldn't be funny, but as funny.
But
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like, it would
funny.
still be funny, but
That's ridiculous.
those guys, I mean, you deserve to be fired. If you're on fucking camera and you're doing something like that, and then like you are actively being called to a spot, like to go somewhere, like that's on you guys. And it's two guys. It wasn't just
one person be like, "Hey, maybe we should go to this."
Yeah, it was two guys who were like, "Nah, man, this Snorlax looking thick."
Oh my God.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. That's nuts. They shouldn't have ever been hired.
no, I mean, but yeah. So, did you see? I know we talked about this a while back. Did you see where that guy? I think it was. Oh man, it was somewhere in the Midwest. I don't know if it was Ohio, Indiana, Idaho, or Idaho's way out there, but one of these places. This guy won the lottery. He won like millions and millions of dollars, and then he, after he'd won his millions of dollars, he spent $100,000. I don't know if it was $100,000. I believe it was $100,000, maybe $50,000, and dumped like $50,000 worth of manure on his boss's yard.
Yeah, I think you did. They need to make a movie about him.
That's how you live when you win the lottery.
Yeah.
That dude's gonna be bankrupt soon, but that's how you do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. He's not gonna get hired back at his old job.
Oh no. When he loses all of his money, he's out of a job. But for the time being, that's hilarious. That's what you do when you win the lottery. You just fucking
probably just some like
on
crazy old man or something.
The guy was like 50 or something. I remember seeing the picture of him. He wasn't like super old. Like he was definitely
he's probably crazy.
Within his wits.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Might have been.
I mean, there's young crazy people.
I mean, I know a lot of crazy mofos that buy lottery tickets. He might have been a little alky or something. You know what I mean? But like, I saw his. I'll put up the mugshot of this guy. He's fucking grinning from ear to ear, bro. He's just a happy man. Like, he's like, so he did what he should have done, you know?
Oh, man.
You see him?
He is laughing.
He's laughing so hard, man. He's like, he's loving all of it. Because he knows, like, I've got enough money to get out of here.
So, hold on just a second.
Yeah, so you had a question earlier. You were talking about you had a little lightweight animal fight club that you were thinking
okay.
of. Was this an incarnation of yourself, or were we talking about it the last time, or what?
I don't remember where this came from, but at one point I thought of it, and I just put it as a note in my phone, and so it just came back up. So here we are. Who would win in a fight? An ostrich full size or a chicken the size of an ostrich?
Off the rip, I'm going big chickie.
Yeah.
There ain't no what
big old chickens probably gonna rip the
ostriches
are vicious
and fast, bro.
And yeah.
They'll disembowel you, boy.
They'll
disembowel your ass, bro.
But chickens are small, but a chicken the size of an ostrich.
They're raptors, bro.
It's literally a dinosaur.
They're raptors.
And they're brutal. They tear each other up.
They fucking peck the shit out of each other. I remember the last time that Rose was over here and we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Dude, she knows. I know how fucking vicious them bastards are. They are dinosaurs incarnate in fucking itty bitty form that are delicious. Like, they are fucking ruthless.
Yeah.
If you get something that's that ruthless, dude, you are pretty much making a tiny T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tiny T-Rex. You're making a mid-sized T-Rex if you're trying to make it ostrich size.
So yeah, it's probably less interesting when we both agree on it, but for sure we're agreeing on this chicken. If you disagree, comment and explain why.
I mean, if they fought, I feel like the ostrich's only chance in hell
Is the feet.
is the feet and the speed. They can get away.
Yeah.
They can get away, come back.
I feel like chickens are fast for their size, though. I feel like if a chicken was the size of an ostrich, it might be just as fast.
I feel like they're not that fast. They're pretty fast, but they're like ground dwelling. But if they were bigger, they would be faster. But I still think I still think at the same height, I still think that the ostrich would be faster.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because they got longer legs. That's the only reason why.
Yeah.
You know, but
Fast boys.
and then also, dude, fucking full-size chicken is a tank, bro. They got so much more meat.
Right, yeah.
And more feathers, I feel like.
So you think the ostrich's chance is to just run?
Run, come back, run,
Oh,
come back.
yeah,
You
run,
know
come
what I
back.
mean? Like, whereas a chicken's going to be a tank where they just sit there. They can peck your ass, but so can an ostrich, though.
Yeah.
I feel like they're like a chicken head, if they were that big, and if you went with the same ratio, their head would be way bigger. But, like, if we're talking about pecking,
Yeah.
I feel like ostrich chicken, it's here nor there. You know what I mean?
I think the chicken would still.
Chicken would definitely win. They got way more. They got way more body mass, and that's how they.
Yeah.
That's how they would
Furry
win.
little
Really.
T-Rex.
Yeah, but like you gotta think about it. They're
With a
fucking
beak.
giant. They're not like hella strong, I would say, but at the same time, like that body mass makes them a little bit more strong too.
Yeah.
Like if you told me as a person, like, who would you rather go up against, an ostrich or a big ass chicken? I would still say ostrich.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, if you're trying to swing on a mofo, which one can take more punches from Tyson? Like Mike Tyson, not Tyson the company, but like Tyson. It'd probably be the chicken still, though. You know, because like they just got more mass there.
Exactly. Yeah, they probably have more. I think they have more offense and defense.
I feel like
Except for the speed.
I feel like they have way more defense than the ostrich does. Ostrich has to be full on.
Yeah, no,
Ostrich
you're right.
has to be full on offense. Chicken, at its root, has to be way more defense. Just because of they are, I wouldn't say that they're slow, but like comparatively,
Compared
they're
to the
slower.
ostrich,
Yeah.
which is
So
one of
like
the
at that point, if chickens could like make a strategy, they'd be more tanky. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a couple hits, but I'm still peck the shit out of you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they got talent
More
too.
balanced, and
Yeah.
then the ostrich
They're-
would have to just.
They're more stout.
Yeah.
You know, they're more square. Their gape would be feet farther. I feel like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
God, a fucking ostrich-sized chicken would slap. As far as eating it, though, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, get that
if we had-
Nashville style
oh my gosh,
crispy chicken.
dude, huge. You could have like a whole entire roast, bro,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
off a chicken.
Dude.
Like
Well,
one.
I wonder how it would taste, like different in the taste though. You'd have a chicken breast this size.
Probably more gamey, I would say. A little bit more gamey, but I feel like depending on white meat, dark meat, you know.
I think, as opposed to like a chicken breast, which at that point is just a giant hunk of meat, I feel like a wing. It'd be like a little chicken wing with the sauce on it, but like this fucking big. Be cutting into the chicken wing with a fucking.
Hit, but like you would never have wings ever again like that. Though. Like you would never have like hot wings. Like hot wings hit hard, bro.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the
I
same.
feel like
It wouldn't be the same though.
Well, I feel like a hot wing like that. I feel like since the sauce is all on the outside, you literally just cut into where all the flavor and sauce is, and then it would just be chicken. You know, underneath it would just be chunks of chicken.
It'd be all chicken. I feel like if chickens were that big,
It probably tastes.
It
tastes worse than it already does.
No, it definitely would. I feel like the nugget game would explode because there's just so much chicken. Like
chicken nuggets would be everywhere.
Who's buying? Dude, bro, you buy a
Dino
chicken.
nuggies would be everywhere.
Yeah, dude, you buy a chicken. You buy a chicken's thigh. You're buying a fucking whole ass human. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you ain't gonna grill that. Like, you're no.
And chop it up and fry it.
It'd be like buying a fucking quarter of a cow.
Yeah.
You know, if you bought a thigh of a chicken, it'd be a quarter of a cow. I mean, it wouldn't be that big, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
almost equivalent.
Yeah.
Throw that bitch in the smoker, though. It'd be good. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, the chicken nugget entire ecosystem, the entire economy of chicken nuggets would go through the roof because you would just get so much chicken, and then they would grind it up. They would grind it up and make. You'd have dino nuggets for days. If all
chickens were the size of ostriches, then we would just start shipping out chicken nuggets to all the homeless people, and you know that would be.
The only thing though,
your like unemployment and welfare check and just a giant bag of chicken nuggets.
The only thing though is it would just take so much more energy and effort and more feed to feed those things though. That was the thing. You know what I mean?
I didn't think about that. It's like cattle.
Yeah. At that point, if a chicken was as big as an ostrich, and we know that we can get like good meat from them, it would be like if you tried to get a chicken breast, it'd be like trying to get a ribeye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it would be just as expensive. You know, like, chicken's cheap as hell, like, cheap-ish as hell, you know what I mean, compared to, like, red meat. I feel like it would even out on the scale. Like, red meat may not even be as expensive as like, chicken.
Yeah, because then you got to think about, like, transport and all that.
Well, transport, but, like, I feel like the entire thing was, like, dude, you can have a chicken house, and you can have thousands of chickens. You know?
Yeah, but you got to slaughter them all and chop all that up, and you got to pay for the labor for it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm talking about like right now.
And
yes, you have to do all that, but then imagine if they grew fucking 6 feet. Nobody would have the infrastructure for that. But if they did, though, it would just be way more expensive. Yeah. I'd still eat the fuck out of a big chicken, though.
Yeah.
I'd eat the shit out of an ostrich. I heard that their eggs are good, though.
I currently have ostrich meat. In the
freezer I remember you buying
I forgot about it. I still have it. I still have ground ostrich meat in the freezer right now.
I wouldn't want ground, though.
Yeah, it's all they had.
You know what I mean?
That's all
Well,
I
mean, that's fair. You know? Because it's, like, not necessarily something that
they had python fillets.
Yeah.
But then the kangaroo, the camel, and the ostrich were all ground.
How big do you think the eggs would be if the chicken was that big?
Fortunately... Like the ratio.
You think it would be bigger than ostrich though? Because like ostrich eggs, like
no. I'm saying
the ostrich egg is like this big. But do you think it would be bigger than ostrich egg? I feel like it would be way bigger. I feel like it'd be like that big. You know what I mean? Because like they're already this small and the eggs are that big. I feel like it'd be even bigger,
as many times larger as from the chicken to the chicken is now. So yeah, it'd be bigger, I'd say.
Oh, dude, you can get
omelets for the week.
Yo, if you had a big ass chicken, you wouldn't have to kill it. Just eat like that. Like if we're talking about like just trying to survive, you got omelets for days, bro.
Egg in someone's house,
bro.
Shatter through the window.
Egg in somebody's house right now is already crime, but if you do it with the fucking giant chicken,
break the window.
That's a hate crime.
Oh,
dude, you could bowl with them bastards.
Yeah.
I want a giant chicken, dude.
That'd be cool.
As a pet? Dude, if the chicken was that big, they're so sturdy, I feel like you could put a saddle on them.
Yeah, you could ride a fucking chicken.
You could put a saddle on
It'd probably be like trying to ride a fucking ostrich, though. How many people have successfully done that? I think someone's done it, right?
Australians ride them.
They do?
Not like all the time.
I figured somebody did at some point.
No,
but
they do ride them, but I feel like the chicken would be sturdy enough to where you could actually like put like, because from what I've seen with people riding ostriches, they just like are bareback. I feel like you could actually
have a saddle and everything.
I don't know. You probably couldn't tame them because they are dinosaurs. You know what I mean? But like, they are still animals. You could probably still train them. You know,
it'd just be harder.
It would definitely be harder. It would be something you'd have to do. Oh, could you imagine? Fuck horse races. Chicken races, bro?
Yeah.
Cockfighting.
Cockfighting, yeah. But like turkeys. Turkey race. A turkey the size of an ostrich?
Yeah.
Or
a rooster the size of an ostrich.
Yeah.
Would be scary.
Okay, here's a good question. If all animals were the same size, say all animals were the size of an ostrich.
Horse-sized?
Yeah, or yeah, if all animals were
We're
the size
rideable.
were well, no, I mean, were the size of a bear or something.
That's pretty big.
Who would win? Is what I'm saying. If all animals were the same size, regardless of the size, not including insects, so like mammals.
I still think birds would win, like an eagle. Like if an eagle was the same size of an ostrich, that's a fucking hardy ass. Well, I mean, shit, are we talking about whales, bro? Because like a blue whale is huge.
Well, no, if they're all the same size.
So like you're saying blue whale?
So a whale would just be the same
small.
as a fish.
They get fucking wiped out.
Because yeah. So whales would be not high on the list at all.
So same size as an ostrich. All animals.
If all animals were the same, yeah. I guess whatever has the sharpest teeth and feet and speed and... Because, I mean, the muscle difference, like...
Ooh, a cheetah, though. If a cheetah was... So cheetahs are hella fast. But they're not very heavy or very big. But if they were way bigger...
I feel like...
If a cheetah was the size of a tiger, they would be ferocious.
I feel like... So, gorillas
Actually, I'll
would
take
have
this back.
Because they're lean and strong. I mean, if they're all sizes the same. But...
I don't know if a gorilla.
But they don't have the sharpness of the claws and the speed and the teeth. Because like we're talking about chickens, it's essentially a raptor at that point.
If a gorilla was the same size as a chimpanzee, the chimpanzee's gonna win every time, bro.
Well, there you go. Maybe
chimpanzees would be on the top of the list. You know who would be on the top of the list that you wouldn't think of?
Who?
Domestic cats.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Cats.
If a domestic cat,
that's little Paul.
If a domestic, if a domestic cat was the size of an ostrich, dude, tigers are scary. They're huge. Like if we're talking about like real size, the size of a tiger is huge and they are scary. But if you got a domestic cat that same size, it's not because of their claws or their teeth. It's because of their mentality. So domestic cats are like one of the highest efficiency predators on Earth. Like they can kill everything, and if they are like this big and they kill so much shit in the ecosystem, if they were fucking that big, they kill everything. They can kill a human, easy.
Oh yeah, no,
easy, not
for
Smokey,
sure.
But like
not my cat.
But they're like. They are.
That's a good one. I think,
literally, they are one of the most efficient killers on Earth. Yeah. But they're like this big.
Yeah, cat is definitely a viable option there.
I don't think they would be number one, but they would be like
up there.
They would be the dark horse that like is up there top 3.
Dude, what about fucking snakes, bro? A snake the size of a horse.
But anacondas are already bigger than that. It just depends. Like, what do you mean? Because like anaconda's hard to depend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? Like, if you coil them up, like hell yeah, that'd be a scary ass animal. But like,
I don't know. This is something I literally thought of in the middle of this podcast.
I mean, body mass wise, if an anaconda was the same size of a horse, body mass wise, actually, I don't think it would be that big. Because they get really, really long in the Amazon. I'm
trying to think of things that we would be overlooking, like
a platypus, bro. Platypus, they are venomous. They don't have teeth though.
Well, this is why I said
venom. I feel like their venom's the most.
This is why I said no insects, because then I started thinking like spiders. A spider the size of a fucking horse.
Never thought about that.
Venomous.
I will say right now, on record, doesn't matter what insect it is, any insect that is the size of a horse would murder anything.
That's why I said insects aren't.
See, I didn't even think about insects.
Oh yeah. Granddaddy Longlegs is one of the most venomous creatures on the planet. They're just so damn small.
Their mouths are too small. Yeah. Their mouths are too small to inject venom into people. If they were that much bigger, they would be a problem.
Yeah.
You know?
If they were the size of a horse, humans probably wouldn't exist
anymore. We'd be shooting them with shotguns, bro. Like, it would be it
Be
would
Armageddon. Yeah.
It would be Armageddon. It would be like the movie. What's that?
Eight-Legged Freaks.
Eight-Legged Freaks and Arachnophobia or whatever. Eight-Legged Freaks is the one where they have the huge huge ones.
That sounds familiar.
Arachnophobia is a movie. I forget what it is, but Eight-Legged Freaks is the one with the giant spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be.
I watched that on my first deployment. Do you know who's in there I didn't remember being in there? Scarlett Johansson as like a 17-year-old girl. She was a teenager in that movie.
Yeah, that movie came out in like 2004.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just weird because I didn't even know she was an actress.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was just like, that's crazy. I would have realized that either.
Yeah, she's like a kid.
That movie came out so long ago.
Yeah.
Like I remember being
commercials.
Child
I remember seeing
and
commercials
watching
for
that.
it, yeah. But
dude, any insect that is
okay, so new conversation.
Dude,
out of the insects, which insect, if it's the size of a horse?
Well, there's billions of them, so like it's hard to say.
We're not gonna know.
But like spider
wasp
versus
spider, praying mantis.
I'd say it would be between some kind of spider and a wasp. Because a wasp can fly around. If they were giant like that, they could fly around. They could kill anything because they can always just sting them and bounce.
Oh, shit, dude. You know what I just thought of? Scorpion.
Yeah, but that's not as good, though. Because, like, so any ground...
A scorpion the size of a horse.
Would be... It would kill every human being. It would kill every human being. I'm not saying that they won't. But what I'm saying is, like, we're talking about insect versus insect. Right? So, like, a wasp or any flying insect would have hella of an advantage against any ground-dwelling insect.
Naturally.
And the only thing that a spider would have over, like a scorpion, let's say, is that they can do their webs and they can have, like, a trap. So, like...
Oh, dude, spider webs would be steel.
Like more than steel, it'd be like diamond because they would be like there would be no way to cut through them.
Right.
And
it's
so like
sticky. Right. We'd be fucked.
It would be hell, bro. Yeah. Like so, if you were like a black widow or a brown recluse or like one of those bird spiders, you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen those spiders that were like
spiders?
No, not flying spiders. There's these spiders that will make these traps in the ground. They will dig down. Have you not seen these things? They're nuts. I think they're like in Africa and possibly South America too. They will dig down and then they have these like caves, whatever, and they pull things over it. And then when something comes around, they fucking pull that shit out and they grab it and they pull it. Yeah, it's nuts.
Oh damn.
But if you had something like that, so if you were a spider going against a wasp, your best bet would be to have some kind of
trap like that, yeah.
Yes. Or just any kind of web, really, because like if they see you and you're underneath the web and they come at you, like they're fucked at that point because they're just gonna get stuck, and there's no way they're getting through that, you know.
Yeah.
That's. I know you were saying scorpion. Scorpion would be fucking intense to go against.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
I would just bring up the idea. I'm not saying they'd be the most.
Well, they would be awesome.
They'd be up there.
They would be awesome, but the thing is, they're ground dwelling, just like spiders are. You know what I mean? So like,
and they don't have the webs.
They don't have webs. If scorpions had webs,
they do have the fucking venomous sting though. Like that shit would kill everything.
Spiders have venomous bite though. Is the thing. You know what I mean? Like that's how. No, well, they all do because spiders in general, like when they have webs and something flies into them. Well, so like, I'm not a scientist, but like most spiders, when they have webs, if something flies into them, they go up there and they wrap them up in a cocoon, right?
Right.
And they bite them. When they bite them, they have this enzyme. It may not be technically.
Or they sting. I think they have, like, don't they have? Some of them have like stingers.
I mean, possibly, but for the most part, this is how spiders eat. Is that
I'm just thinking of the spider from Lord of the Rings that's the size of a horse. So I know it was going.
Yeah. Well,
that's my knowledge.
Well,
of spiders.
how the majority of spiders work is that they have a web, and if something flies into their web, they crawl up to it, they wrap it up like a mummy, and they bite into it. When they bite into it, they release venom, but they also to paralyze the animal or insect or whatever, But not only that, but it injects enzymes, and the enzymes help to break down the proteins, just like the enzymes that are in like pineapples or any other thing that you like inject in the meat to make it break down and make it more soft. They have that built into them. They inject it into them, and it liquefies the proteins inside of the animal, and then they just leave it there. It liquefies that. They go back and they suck that shit up and they eat that. They don't eat the animals. They suck the protein out of them.
They drink us like a shake.
They drink it. They're vampires. That's
crazy.
how that they work. So like they are venomous. Obviously, like brown recluse and black widow, stuff like that. They are venomous, but when they bite you, they also inject enzymes. That's why like
They liquefy you like a bola and then drink you like a milkshake.
Exactly. That's why like when you get bit by a fucking brown recluse, it's not just like the little swole up section on your leg. It makes your whole leg in that section get like bad. It's because that whole section of your leg is starting to dissolve. Like spiders have acid in their fucking mouths. So I don't know. I still think wasps would win, but if a wasp gets caught into a web, they are done for. There's nothing they can do. They can't get unstuck. They're just there. They're done for. Are you looking up the enzymes?
No, I was looking up something else. That's kind of the next topic that I thought of because we're talking about pretty much hell.
Yeah,
and that's very interesting.
Did you not know that they inject enzymes into people?
I didn't know that.
Or not people. I mean, they do into people, but into that's how they eat.
I did not.
That's
know
the main way that they eat is they inject enzyme. They wrap them up so they can't move.
Yeah, I knew
inject
that.
enzymes and they chill and then wait and then go back and they suck the liquid into them. Yeah, that's how they
didn't know
eat.
that part.
Yeah, it's nuts.
They are demons, tiny little demons. Good thing they're not the size of a fucking horse, right? All right, so next topic I just thought of when you were talking about this being hell was a planet that they discovered that is essentially hell, right? So this planet is a gas giant. It has a daytime temperature of 2,000 degrees. Where it possibly rains liquid glass flying sideways at 4,500 mile an hour winds.
If you can't live there, you're weak. I could live there.
Yeah. So 2,000 degrees.
Yeah.
And the wind is blowing. I think its year is the equivalent for us, like 2 days or something.
Just put a
jacket
it's like
on,
flying,
bro. Right? Yeah. It's like
just put a jacket on,
500 mile an hour wind. The wind alone would kill you. But
it might kill.
They have glass flying at you.
It might kill you. It wouldn't kill me.
Yeah. Okay.
Where was that? Like, obviously not in our solar system, of course.
It's a planet that's literally just numbered.
Bro, at this point, you could find a fucking planet made of farts. There's so many of them. Yeah. Like,
it's Azure planet.
Azure. Azul. Azul is Spanish for
Azure, blue planet. I don't know.
Well, that makes sense, but Azul means blue in Spanish. So I'm assuming that's Azure. I don't know what Latin is, but
it's 63 light years from Earth.
We'll never see that.
Yeah, no, we won't.
We won't, for sure.
I don't think anybody will, except for our robots.
Yeah, that we send in space, for sure.
Well, that's all I got. You got anything else?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I got a marry, fuck, kill.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so marry, fuck, kill. If nobody knows what this is, we have a topic where it's like you have to marry one, you fuck one, and you gotta kill one. So my marry, fuck, kill is
I know what you're talking about.
Italian food, Chinese food, and Mexican food. Marry, fuck, kill.
I've had this conversation multiple times. I think this is a pretty common debate for people to have, and it's a hard one, honestly. I love all three. I think every time I've had this conversation, I've had different answers.
I was going to say, because it just depends on my mood at the time, because they're all so good.
I've always had different answers, I think, with this. I wouldn't be able to marry Chinese food because
No, of
it's
course
such a
not.
specific mood, right?
But it's so damn good.
I'd probably fuck Chinese food. I'd
Yeah, I know. Okay, off the
Okay,
dome.
I'm gonna marry Mexican food because that's such a food that I can eat. I won't get sick of it as easily. So I'll take
I
back.
don't agree.
I take back my answer. I'm gonna marry Mexican food. I'm gonna fuck Italian food. I'm gonna kill Chinese food. I'm sorry. I love Chinese food, but
Off the rip, off the top of my dome, without thinking, I'm gonna marry Italian food, fuck Mexican food, and kill Chinese.
okay. So
Is
same as
what
me,
I
just
is
flip that.
is what I want to say. Is what I want to say.
Gotcha.
Because Italian food is so good.
But you get sick of it
But if
faster.
we're being honest, I'm gonna marry Mexican, fuck Chinese food, and kill Italian. Italian is good as fuck. We'll all be honest. Pizza doesn't fucking count because that shit ain't Italian. That shit's American. Let's be real. That shit. Pizza was invented in the 1800s. It's American. Get the fuck over it. So, I'm going to marry Mexican food because that shit slaps, even though it's like 5 ingredients rearranged in the same thing, just like Taco Bell.
It's hard to get sick of it.
You
That's
can't
why
get
I'd
sick of
marry.
it, but I can't get rid of Chinese food because it just hits so hard.
Yeah. See,
Like-
I keep going back and forth on Chinese.
Chinese
and
food
Italian.
is my dirty little secret. You know what I mean? Like that shit just hits so hard. Italian food's comfort food. Italian food
Yeah.
is comfort food.
I mean, I'm not
But
going to
the thing
disagree
is,
with that.
they-
With your arrangement,
Italian food. Okay, what I will say. Okay, here's the reason why I picked those. Italian food and Mexican food are in the same demographic because when you're eating Mexican food, you're
so it's the
eating
same ingredients rearranged, which is essentially-
rearranged.
Which
Exactly.
Italian's kind of that way, but not necessarily because you have.
It is though.
But it's not just all marinara or Alfredo or pesto. They do rearrange the ingredients sometimes. With Mexican, it does, but a lot less so.
Mexican and Italian food have all the same ingredients except for Mexican has peppers, like spicy peppers is the way that I've seen it. So like, obviously they don't make the same food, but the ingredients are very similar.
Oh, you're saying
They
between
all-
the two?
Between the two,
I thought you were
Mexican
saying like
and Italian food.
Mexican food has all the same ingredients, just rearranged, and then Italian food has all the same ingredients rearranged. But you're saying Mexican and Italian
have very similar ingredients except for tomato, garlic, fucking
Well, when I think of
cheese.
Italian food,
Even Mexican food, they got mozzarella.
when I
bro.
think of Italian food, I think of pasta. When I think of Mexican food, I think of less pasta and more rice. I think of
Tortillas.
tortillas and less bread, like
Right.
actual, you know what I mean, like loaves.
Yeah.
So I don't think
No,
it's
I know, but I'm just like making a broad statement here. But like, I feel like Mexican food, they have a lot of the same ingredients mixed around. Italian food, they have a lot of the same ingredients mixed around. Granted, on either side, you can have independent individual ingredients, of course, to make an individual dish. But like they both, this has a style, that has a style. But they're all kind of like tomato-ish based. But Chinese is my little kinky little hitter, bro. That's what I'm saying. Chinese, you never know what they're gonna hit you with.
I might do the same. I might have. I mean, regardless, I'm gonna marry.
I
Mexican.
told you, off the rip, I want to marry Italian. And I want to fuck Mexican and kill Chinese off of my initial analysis. But if we're being real, for the rest of my life, I'm marrying Mexican, bro.
Yeah, I'm marrying Mexican.
I need.
I
me a
might do the
little
same as you,
spicy
honestly.
Sauce, a little saucy. I need the spice in my life.
See,
there's,
I might
there's
agree
no
with you because
spice on
right
Italian.
now I'm more in the mood for Chinese than Italian. Regardless of my mood, Mexican wins as I'm marrying Mexican every day, every week. But yeah, the other two, it's
I mean, in my eyes,
it's a
like
toss-up.
in my eyes, you either marry Mexican or marry Italian, or you trash one. That's the only way. Because it's like if you have to marry, fuck, kill out of the three. Because like in my eyes, Chinese is solidified itself
very
as
different.
the side piece. You know, you never know what's going to happen with the Chinese. You could have hot and sour soup. You could have, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, okay.
you could have chicken on a stick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
You're gonna make me want Chinese buffet right now.
that's what I'm saying. And just imagine your life without that.
All right,
'cause
you convinced me.
You know,
you've
okay,
convinced me.
okay, you know what's gonna happen when you're eating Mexican food. You know when you eat that, you know the flavor profile. You know what you're getting. You eat Italian food. You know the flavor you're getting somewhat. You're getting basil in that motherfucker. You're getting basil and oregano. You get Chinese though. It's ready to attack.
I'd say Italian. It changes, kind of. It is less different than Chinese with Mexican, but it is as versatile.
I'm surprised.
Diverse because you got marinara, then you got Alfredo, then you got pesto. Those and then like vodka sauce, like all the different sauces, very different flavors, right?
I'm surprised you're going so hard for Italian.
I'm not.
Considering.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that it's less of what you were saying as far as it's all the same. I disagree. Although I'm willing to kill Italian.
You're a spicy boy.
Yeah, that's why.
Spicy boy.
I'm marrying Mexican.
Mexican got spicy.
Yeah.
Chinese got spicy.
That's why I said I'm down to completely agree with you.
Italian? When's the last time you had a spicy Italian?
Yeah, no, they say spicy and they say
add
Asiago.
I got a spicy Italian sausage. That shit ain't spicy, bro. Not. They got extra.
By spicy,
pepper.
By spicy they mean extra pepper.
They got pepper, bro.
Yeah.
They don't have jalapenos. They don't have nothing like that, bro.
Ghost peppers. Yeah, they don't have any of that.
Yeah.
No.
Marry, fuck, kill. My official list. Mexican, marry. Chinese, fuck. Kill Italian. Even though I love it.
I agree. I had to change it back and forth a few times, but I'm going the same thing as you are.
Well, all right, guys. This is the podcast. Hope you guys have had a good New Year so far. R.I.P. Bob Saget. I know every week we're talking about somebody passing away, but R.I.P. Bob Saget. Stay bricked up, you guys.
Yep. Stay bricked up.
Stay bricked up.